Hi, this is Lori with Free and Fair, and I'm here with another question. And I'm curious about President Biden now and the PEAD Act, the Presidential Emergency Act. And I want to see if he's going to use this as part of his executive orders. It's a classified secret type thing that nobody really knows what is what what is in it or what's part of it. It's classified and only the president knows how and when to use it, but he has that power to, especially now with the power he has from the Supreme Court. I also see that, President Biden is Scorpio ruled by Pluto. Pluto is now in Aquarius. So it's feeling like, I mean, these are times for eccentric measures, things that people wouldn't expect a person to do, people are doing, thinking outside the box, not being so stuck on conformity and norms because the state of affairs is not normal anymore. This is not normal what's been happening. All of the cabinet picks, all of everything that's been happening is way out in extreme and it's not normal. And you can't, and it's really hard to counteract or oppose something when you're opposing something using normal means. It just won't work anymore. So I feel like my intuition is telling me that President Biden wants to go with something a little bit more unusual or unprecedented, never done before. But he's very, he has a reputation. He's been in politics his whole life. It's really hard for him to not follow things by the letter of the law. So let's see. Okay, let's see. We have, I'm holding this upside down. Okay, well, I think I'm gonna read this both ways, right side up and upside down. Right side up, it's that he feels really nervous about making a move. He's worried that it's gonna come back to haunt him somehow, but not just him, like other people involved, especially other people involved, because he's very sensitive about the collective, everyone as a whole, everyone that is part of his administration and his family and everything, Sabrina and his legacy and all of that's so important to him. So every decision he makes, he's making very, very thoughtfully and with a lot of trepidation. Even the pardoning of his son was a really hard thing for him to do because of the knowing what the backlash would be, but not because it's so hard to pardon your son. Of course, you do that if you're a loving parent, but because of his power and also the media backlash, he knew this wasn't going to be an easy thing. So now yet another difficult decision. And is he like ready to be this kind of, out there president where he was always so like disciplined and followed the rules before? So yeah, but at the same time, if this did come out in reverse, it's almost like saying, how could he not? How could he not save America, right? How could he not do anything within his power to save America just like he would save his son? So we have the Hierophant in reverse, which is funny because this is the norms and the rules and the traditions, and it's kind of all right, I'm up against this, what I normally do, what a president normally would do. But norms don't work anymore. We've been overrun by extremists, and a party that wants to turn this into an autocracy. an oligarchy or whatever, you know. It's an extreme movement that's coming in and taking over things, and feel like the only way to push back is something out of the box. So let's keep looking. And then we have judgment, and he knows he's going to be judged for his decisions very harshly, brutally, in fact, because he always is unfairly judged, um, very much so. And I feel though, I think he's looking big picture too, at the final outcome judgment, at the final judgment, you know, before God. He's very religious, and so in his heart he had, no matter what the media, what anybody else says, there's an ultimate final judgment of being a good person, of being a good human, of living your life with integrity and doing the things that you thought were right in the moment. So I think he's falling back on that. I love reading for Joe Biden because his energy is so, it's very spiritual, and it's also very stoic and strong and deep and wise and caring. Like, feel all of that coming from his energy. I don't feel a sense of any kind of like power hunger, although, you know, yeah, because he was able to give up the running again for president just because, for the greater good. So, but he's going to be judged harshly in the in the immediate, but in the big picture, scanned out, zoomed out, I think his legacy will show that he fought for the United States. So let's see. It's a long, tough journey, trials and tribulations. He'll have to walk away from some things. Some things. Okay, so it may feel like uh and the end to his career, the end to his legacy, the end of something. The end of something. But with the sun rise in the back, there's still hope. We have the death card, which represents Scorpio. And yes, so endings. So there could be some kind of death involved, like literally. If you see the Ten of Swords and the death card coming out at the same time, it feels like, I feel like, you know, maybe he feels like he doesn't have a whole lot longer of his own life, and he's having sort of, he could be having a lot of like you know, reflection about life and what he wants to leave behind, not just his presidency, but his life, you know? The star, though, is hope, which is really great. It was in the reverse, so I feel like, I mean, I feel like, I don't know if I'm holding it like it's a lot of mixed cards. I don't normally read reversals, but I'm just gonna say it's a mixed bag. It's like there's a lot of high hopes, a lot of uh, feeling like the dreams will come true. He's looking forward to the future. Oh, the lovers partnerships. So I feel like it's gonna, if he does do it, it'll be a difficult choice, but I feel like there's an optimism coming out. Oh man, but still heartbreak, still heartbroken. But then the truth comes out. I feel like maybe the American people may feel a little heartbroken, or somebody may feel heartbroken. This is really interesting. But the Ace of Swords has a kind of a righteous, a truth, a justice coming out, information coming out. I feel it like this. If he does use the PEAD Act, um, at first, no, people may not understand completely, and they may not be supportive, and he'll go through a lot. He'll go through a lot. But eventually, I think people will understand the reason why, and the truth will come out, and the truth will support his judgment or his choice in the matter. I'm still not getting 100% that he may use it, but I feel like it's a strong option there, and he may have already used it, because I don't think we know when presidents do use that act, so he might have already done it. So let's see.